Hi guys, Masterath, and welcome to a new video. Yes, now, I thought that, well, since a lot of people may be thinking, man, he's got a lot of games. I wonder how many he actually has. Well, there's going to be a video showing my entire video game collection up to February 2015. Also, I do apologise about the state of the room. I can't be bothered to clean it up, and I was very poorly yesterday, just took everything off the sofa and just had a lull for a bit. Anyway, so, right, that's my collection right there, guarded by Headless Stig, the most evil being in the world, Headless Stig, and this is my collection of games. So, yeah, my collection of games is so much that, my hopouge here is very, well, you can't bloody see it, pretty much. So, yeah, what my setup pretty much is all the games that are currently in my, in any of my consoles, the boxes go here, and the rest of them just pile up in their own unique order. We've got PlayStation 2, we have Xbox 360, we have GameCube, Wii, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1 here, PC, and then a bunch of other things like Mega Drive and Master System games. So, let us kick off, shall we, with alright, let's kick off with PlayStation 2, shall we? Now, I own nearly 70 PlayStation 2 games, and out of all the PlayStation 2 games I own, well, out of all the games I own, most of them are on PlayStation 2. So, let's kick off. Obviously, Devil May Cry. That's one that a lot of people probably already own. Driver 3. Okay, now, a little story about this one. I might talk about stories from time to time. Now, back in the day, we had Micro Machines V3 for the PlayStation 1. And that game pretty much buggered up and messed up and stopped working randomly. So whenever any game of mine does that nowadays, we just call it Micro Machine-itis. So the only games that do that are Driver 3, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, and I believe Need for Speed Underground. I still own those games though somewhere, so yeah. Driver 3 is not playable at the moment. What we got? Yes. Raw Wars Arenas of Destruction. Great game. Gallop Racer. At the Races. Destroy Humans. This is the actual copy that I did my Let's Play for, which is still one of the options that you can pick for my next Let's Play next week, I believe. So, yeah, Destroy Humans there. MX World Tour. Obviously. Now, I was a fan of these sort of, like, snooker-based games, so I got World Championship Snooker 2004. Excuse me, I think I'm getting a cold or something, so not feeling the best of moods right now, but yeah, so that's snooker. Fight Night Round 3, I own, obviously, Fight Night Round 2, and a few other boxing games, Raider Rumble Boxing, and obviously HBO Boxing. My first Mortal Kombat game of quite a few, Mortal Kombat Deception, and yes, Final Fantasy 12. So, yeah, Final Fantasy 12, never got round to playing much of it. I played a bit of it, I guess, but not too much. I prefer the old Final Fantasy games to 12. Now, here's a game that I played to death back in the day, Soul Calibur 3, and I did the story mode where you could create your own, like, character and have him, like, fight and all this stuff. Yeah, brilliant that was. So that's Soul Calibur 3. This is obviously Soul Calibur 2 with Link involved. UFC Throwdown, okay, so, not the biggest fan of mixed martial arts, but I thought I'd give the game a go. The game literally sucks, by the way. Do not get this game. This game sucks. Then again, there are probably some in here that I will say do not buy. Fight Night Round 2. Not bad game. I like it. It's a good game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses. Alright, so That's the game that probably a lot of people have got as well, or they at least know about. It's pretty much a sort of chess game, based on, well, very loosely, based on the War of the Roses, which was between the Lancashire and Yorkist houses, back in history. Right, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 doesn't work. I bought it from a place in Western Supermare a few months ago. Doesn't work. Speaking of a game that I wish didn't work, Jake Cocoon 2. Okay, so obviously I've already Let's Played the first Jake Cocoon. That's over there somewhere. But it's not a bad game, Jake Cocoon 2. It's okay, I guess. But I would say this. It's no Jake Cocoon 1. It's like a Matter of Life and Death when it comes to the Wallace and Gromits. It's okay. It's alright when it comes to basic standards, like A Matter of Life and Death was okay for short film standards, but like as Jake Cocoon is to game standards, but in comparison to what it was originally, you know, the things before it, it's not very good. So, for example, A Matter of Life and Death is worse than Grand Day Out, Wrong Trousers, Close Shave, and Jake Cocoon 2 is worse than Jake Cocoon 1 by a long stretch. I do like some parts of the game, but there are some bits that are a bit annoying. Main character, for example. I like they brought back Levant, though. Yeah, his name's actually Levant, apparently, not Levant, so, I've been getting it wrong all these years. Ouch. Alright, now here's one that I'm going to have to try and explain. Back in the day, I was a big fan of professional wrestling. Specifically the WWF, or what's known as WWE brand. So there's going to be a lot of wrestling games in here, including SmackDown Just Bring It. But there's also going to be things like the SmackDown vs. Raw series, and more recently, I think WWE 12 was the last one I got. I didn't get any more after that. Anyway, so, yeah. Devil May Cry 2, obviously. Onimusha Warlords, probably one of the... Yeah, that's my shaving equipment. Onimusha Warlords, not a bad game. It reminds me sort of Jake Cocoon's, but with, you know, with its sort of, like, slightly fixed camera angles, but... Jake Cocoon was for PlayStation 1. They should have upgraded it for PlayStation 2. You know, instead of having things that remind you of that. I mean, one of Jake Cocoon's big problems with it was its camera angles. It wasn't the best of things, to be honest. Right. Moving on to pile number 2. Oh, God. Here is one of the games you should not buy. Eternal Quest, I actually got this for £4, you can see there. And this game, it sucks. It sucks. It's a dungeon crawling roguelike, but very basic. I didn't like it, and I probably haven't liked it for a while. I don't know how far you go down into it, so maybe might do a Let's Play at some point. Probably not, though. Right, here's one of my newer acquisitions. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, I own 2 other Harry Potters. Well, technically I own 3 if you count Quidditch World Cup. But I also own Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets for the PS1, which we'll probably see later. And I liked both games, so I wanted to get the sequel and see how it's like. Maybe do a Let's Play of it at some point, because Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone will probably be the next game I upload, because it's easily winning right now. And I've actually already Let's Played Chamber of Secrets, but I didn't put it in the voting, mostly because, well, I'd prefer to have Philosopher's Stone go up before Chamber of Secrets, you know, set the chronology okay. Right, now here's something I'm going to have to explain. Also, yeah, this table's... And that's ink, I think, from a long time ago. But yeah, so here's things I'm gonna have to say now. Back in the day, was also a huge fan of football as well. So things like Premier Managers and LMA Managers and Football Managers and a few Player Managers, or I think another one. Yeah, had a lot of these when I was younger. So you're gonna see a lot of football management-based games. Yeah. So that. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, specifically for Brock Lesnar. Yeah, another wrestling game. Right, now here is a game that I have been thinking about Let's Playing for a good long while. Final Fantasy X. I've gone very far in it. I haven't completed it yet, but I have gotten very far. I like it. I like Final Fantasy X. Yeah, it might be worth a Let's Play at some point. We'll see. See how much of an idiot Titus is with his Macarena Temple. Alright, Guitar Hero 3. We've all had our dabbles with Guitar Hero at some point. Where's mine? I think mine's upstairs now. It's just been replaced with a pool cue instead. So, yeah, Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. Whenever I'm at, like, an arcade on holiday or something, I always play a bit of Guitar Hero, why not? Oh, God. BCV, Battle Construction Vehicles. Okay, so I got this game for $2.99, and I looked at this game and thought, okay, this is either going to be really good or really bad. And it's really bad. Sadly. It's sort of like a 3D all-round sort of Street Fighter, but with construction vehicles, and not very good. So, nothing like Street Fighter. Anyway, so we got SmackDown vs. Raw right here. Now here's another one of my newer acquisitions, actually. Heroes of Might and Magic, Quest for the Dragonbone Staff. Okay, so this is obviously for PlayStation 2 as well. Made by the same people who made Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Wow. Anyway, but yeah, I looked at this game and I thought, I've heard of Heroes of Might and Magic for a while, and I thought, why not give it a go? It looks very complex to me, but yeah, I'll probably give it a go again at some point. We'll have a check. All right, Torino 2006, obviously the Olympic Games or the Winter Games. I think I played it. I think a few months ago. Failed at it completely, so yeah, probably won't give that a chance. Alright, next boxing game, Rocky Legends. What I like about this game is, when you get like a big flurry of punches going, the Rocky theme actually slowly fades in from the background. I like that. But yeah, that's another newish acquisition. Pro Evolution Soccer 4, so yeah, another one of these sort of football games. I like this one because you can change, because I didn't know many games which had some much of an ability to sort of make your own fantasy league out of it, and that's what I did when I was younger, and I still did up to a few months ago, I believe. Yeah, I like it. Right, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, another wrestling game. There's Quidditch World Cup, actually. I played a bit of it. It's okay, I guess. Right, Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. I like this game, actually. It's quirky, it's fun, I like it a lot. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, but I like it a lot. I think it's a really good game. Haven't completed it yet, but I don't know. Again, this is another one of these games that I've been thinking of Let's Playing for a while, so we'll see how that goes. Right. People are going to have a go at me on this one. I don't like Sonic Heroes. As a game, I do not like Sonic Heroes. Enough of that. I don't like... I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic Heroes. I don't like it much. Anyway, so, Poker Masters. Sort of like roulette poker sort of game. Right. Well, Micro Machine IS has not affected V4 just yet. Give it time, though. Give it time. But yeah, Micro Machines V4 looks good. Looks very good, actually. I've played it a few times back a few years ago. I liked it. Alright, another one of my new acquisitions. Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Yeah, I've played a bit of it. Looks good, actually. So, yeah, might give that a go at some point. Right, the third tier. Nearly. But first, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. With Broly. Oh, and Cooler as well. So Cooler, Broly, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, yeah. I do like the Dragon Ball series, and I do like the games. You'll find out, actually, I believe in a few weeks, in fact, that I'm actually doing a Let's Play of a Dragon Ball game. Which is, well, you'll see it in a minute, actually. You'll see it later. Right! Sonic Mega Collection Plus! With loads of awesome games! And no Sonic Genesis. Hooray! Brilliant! Right, Guitar Hero 2, another Guitar Hero game. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Premier Manager, more football-based games. Need for Speed Underground. Used to really enjoy this game. Doesn't work anymore, so yeah. We have Pro Evolution Soccer 6, FIFA 2005, Curtain, get out the bloody way. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 9, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, Let's Make a Soccer Team. Good game. It's sort of like a manager simulator, but you make like every part of the team. You can make the name, the whatever. It's like a story mode for your created team. I like it. Right, Exeus. It's sort of forward-scrolling shooter. Reminds me a lot of Super Thunderblade for the Mega Drive, if people remember that game. But this one seems a lot better. Super Thunderblade, to be honest, wasn't very good. So yeah, Championship Manager 5, Pro Evolution 5. Black Market Bowling. Alright, I think I remember a goth in this one. He used to piss me off, so just ruin that. Cricket 2004. I have no clue why I've got that. Legend of the Dragon. Another one of these fighter games, but I don't know. I don't think this one's very good, to be honest. Right. Well, now we're moving on to card games. Duel Masters is one of them. It was a short-lived card series, I think. It could have had its run. The guy who voiced the main character in the American dub, Shobu, I believe he's called, the main character's called Shobu, also voiced and pretty much used the same voice for Tai from Digimon. So, yeah. Bit of a thing there. Anyway, so, Total Club Manager 2004. More football games, pretty much. Right, MTV Music Generator 2. I have no clue how to use it, so... Pfft. Right, Destroy Humans 2. Yeah. Make War Not Love, in comparison to One Small Step on Mankind, which I think worked well as well. Element Manager 2006, so another football game. Element Manager 2004, another football game. Right, Soul Reaver 2 I also own. Got about 10 minutes into it, got stuck, haven't played it since. Oh, by the way, about this game. When I was younger, I think I just turned 18, I believe. Obviously, this is at least a 15, yeah, it's a 15-rate game. I got ID'd for this at my local game store. And I didn't have ID on me until about 6 months after I became of age. To, like, drink and stuff like that. So, yeah. Wasn't very happy that I have to leave empty-handed from not buying Soul Reaver. Alright. Shadow the Hedgehog, another Sonic game. This one, I think's better than Sonic Heroes, but a lot of people are gonna... They're gonna spit roast me on the flame for that one. But yeah, I prefer Shadow the Hedgehog, to be honest. Right. PDC World Darts Championship. I'm a fair player of darts. Obviously, I go to the pub quite often and I play darts. Well, sometimes I try. I'm a bit bad in comparison to what I was like. But yeah, I like darts, but the game is shite. Utter shite. You always get some guy with a goatee as your player, and he always loses to Phil Taylor. Right, final three are PlayStation 2 games. The Ultimate TV and Film Quiz, not technically mine, but oh well, it'll do. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Wait, I've got 2 copies of Sonic Heroes. Oh god. Does anyone want to buy a Sonic Heroes? I've got one. Right, so next, let's go for... Well, we've got the tough ones out of the way, so let's get the other tough one out of the way. PlayStation 1 games. Now, I keep them in the windowsill because I've done that for years. But, yeah, here's my collection of games of PlayStation 1. First up, we might as well go for the ones on the top. Hogs of War. Very fun, Worms-esque-like game involving pigs. All of them voiced by the late Rick Mail. Brilliant man and brilliant game, actually. I like it a lot. It's very fun to play. It's like a 3D version, obviously, of Worms, so Worms 3D, I guess, but with pigs. You know, what's not to like? Next up, we have Mortal Kombat 3 for the PlayStation 1. You know, it's Mortal Kombat, what do you expect? You know, it's going to be good. Apart from the turds, like, actually, no, we'll see them later, to be honest, because I think I own one of them. Destruction Derby. It's an okay game. It's, everything gets wrecked and stuff. Oh no, your car's wrecked! But yeah, and things like that. It's good. What's in this one? Come on. Ah, yes. Now that's my copy of Chamber of Secrets that doesn't work. You get to the duel with either Fred or George, and then it just freezes, so... Yeah. And Diablo! Another game that I've been considering Let's Playing, but it's, bloody difficult. So, yeah, maybe not for a while, that. Alright, so what we got here? We got Brian Lara Cricket. Another cricket game, or whatever. Ducati World, sort of bike racing game. Jimmy White 2 Cue Ball, a snooker game, pretty much. These two aren't actually games, so I have no clue why they're here. NHL 2000, a hockey game. Played it for about half hour. Sort of left it. Sky Sports Football Quiz, season of 2002. Used to play this at some point again. I used to play it for a while and then kind of stopped. Right, Soviet Strike. Played this for a bit, then stopped. A lot of these games I played for a bit and then stopped, sadly. Here's one I used to play for a long while in my childhood was This Is Football 2. Another football game, pretty much. Tiger Woods PGA Tour again, not really one that I've played. Right, and here's one that I technically, I guess, inherited. It's Tomb Raider, Last Revelation. I've never actually played this before. It's been sitting in my collection, but I have not played it yet. Maybe at some point I will. Right, Heart of Darkness. This was... I'd say this is probably the first horror-based game I played. I don't know if it's much of a horror game. It's very comedy in general, but I'd go to at least call it a satirical horror game. Yeah, this was the first one that I was sort of... Well, that and Out of This World as well. And, yeah, Out of This World used to give me nightmares. This just made me laugh a bit. And a bit weirded out. We have, bloody Smash Court Tennis. Crap graphics on that, by the way. I'd expect that from, like, the NES or something. Which is fine if this was made in 1988. But it wasn't. Right, Early Match 2002, more football management games. Simpsons Wrestling. There you go, there's the Simpsons Wrestling game that I own. And, yeah, I like Simpsons Wrestling. I think it's a fun game. But when you get to Mr. Burns, you're going to hate everything. And then when you get to Flanders, you're also going to hate everything. What else we got? Oh yeah, here's the first wrestling game I got, which is WWF Warzone for the PlayStation 1. I don't mind it. I think it's an okay game. A bit annoying at times, but very sort of... It's comical for some reason. Like, for example, I think there's a moment, I think, between... yeah, it's when you either wrestle one of the headbangers, I think it's either Thrasher or Mosh, and you get them into a submission hold, and they're obviously going to be saying things, whatever, and they just go, "Oh, I just swallowed my tongue ring!" It's hilarious when I first heard that one. Right, next, not that one. No, we'll get to you in a minute, Atari Classics. The one next to you. Oh, screw it, I might as well just say what it is. It's music, pretty much, so it's just playing music or whatever. Yeah, that's supposed to go over there. I have no clue why that's here as well. That's an ornament that my mum sort of liked, and this room obviously used to be like sort of family-owned room, and now it's just like meh, me. So yeah. Anyway, carrying on. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Not a Star Wars fan in the least, but I borrowed this off a mate. Kind of forgot to give it back. But never mind. It's an okay side-scrolling sort of weird beat-em-up kind of thing. It's okay. Right, we got some football games here. Player Manager, FA Manager. This game's bloody easy to complete, by the way. Just abuse the youth system and you've got it. Another football game. Digimon World. Okay, so I do like the Digimon... Yeah, also the price is upside down. But never mind. I do like Digimon World. I think it's a fun game. And my favorite one is actually Digimon World 3. I don't actually own that, but I've played it a bunch of times. I probably will want to own it at some point. I do like the Digimon World series. This game kind of works, kind of doesn't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right, here's my copy of Monster Rancher 2. Or it was just known Monster Rancher over here in the UK. But yeah, this is my copy of Monster Rancher 2. Obviously, I just recently finished a Let's Play of Monster Rancher Advance. Yeah, this is the game that inspired me to play that. That's the Atari Greatest Hit. I got 2 of those? Oh, God. Okay. Next, Crash Bash. Alright, fun party game. I have completed this game. If I'm going to Let's Play it, I'll probably Let's Play it on my own. But yeah, it'd be great if I could rope someone else in to play Crash Bash for a bit. But yeah, that'd be great. So we got Element Manager, another football-based game. There you go. And right, here's a fun one. Speedball 2100. In the year 2100, war and crime have gone, and violence has also gone. And this is the only thing people wish for. An ultra-violent sport. Which is like American football. Only you can punch people in the face. And you actually get points for injuring people. Badass game. Right, we're going to move these over to one side. As we go to our next game. Card Shark. And all these card games, so yeah. Player Manager, another football game. Ugh. How is this next to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? And one away from Spyro! Why? This game deserves nothing. The worst football game I've ever played. Onside. Crap, I can't even remember the name. It's so bad. Onside, go away. Hate you. Right, so next up it is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is one of 3 copies I own of the game, so yeah. Yeah, this currently is head and shoulders above everyone else when it comes to the vote of my next Let's Play for, well, what is it? In a week's time, I believe. So yeah, this game is number 1 at the moment. So yeah, and I do like this game. This is probably one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. It's fun to play. It's a bit jokey, but it's also very entertaining. It'll keep you entertained for as long as it takes for you to win. So yeah. Speaking of games that are really entertaining, I do own Spyro. So yeah, I've gone quite far into it, but yeah, I'd see how it goes. To be honest, I might Let's Play at some point. I like it. I like Spyro. It's the only Spyro game I own though. So yeah. Next up, another Football Manager game, Element Manager 2002, I think. Right, here's another boxing game. Not as good as Reign Rumble Boxing, to be honest. It's called Victory Boxing Contender. Another one of these sort of cartoony, made-up boxing games. But Reign Rumble Boxing is a lot better. This one's okay, though. Not too bad. Oh god, Anne Robinson. Get away from me. Alright, so this is obviously the weakest link for the PlayStation 1. It's a quiz game. And Anne Robinson sort of haunts you for years and years and years by pretty much saying your shit. Right. Now we're going to get to the big guns. Command & Conquer, the first one for PlayStation 1. I own both discs, the GDI and the NOD discs. So, yeah, I do like this game. I've been trying to get a Let's Play of it going, but trying to force myself to do some Command & Conquer. The game gets tough quick. So, yeah. Speaking of games that, well, take too long. Final Fantasy VII. No need to say anything about it. It's Final Fantasy VII. What do you expect? Gran Turismo is next up. The original Gran Turismo. So, yeah. Racing game. You know, basic. Right, HBO Boxing. This is the Fight Night equivalent, I guess, on the PlayStation 1, if you look at it. It's not bad. It's... Well, my version of it is a bit glitchy, and why have they made George Foreman, like, olive white? I have no clue. Alright, so, this is going to give you a bit of an insight into what games I have Let's Played, which haven't been uploaded yet, but I've ordered these games in, games that have been completed, or that I have Let's Played, and I put them all to the right, just so I don't forget that I've already Let's Played them. So, HBO Boxing is obviously the first one on the list. We'll move, actually, no, I might as well show this. Diablo 2 for the PC. Yeah, I've had a dabble with it. It's not too bad. It's quite good, actually, but yeah. So, next up, Blast Chamber. Okay, so this is a PlayStation 1 game. Very fun. I think the year's like 2096, I believe. Where a new sport has come along where a bomb is strapped to your chest. And you need to stick crystals into your reactor, in your specific color reactor, to make sure that your timer doesn't go down. And if your time goes down 0, kaboom! You die. So, yeah, not too bad. Right, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. You can play as Kintaro. It's the only reason I can play that game. You can play as Kintaro. Right. If there's any game that took me so long to complete, it's this one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Now, I own 2 copies of this game, obviously. And this game, you sometimes even have to grind for hours and hours just to get good cards in this game. And the final bosses all have really, really good cards. I have obviously completed the Let's Play because it was one of the options for you guys to pick for my next Let's Play. Yeah, this took me a lot of time to get right and to complete, so, yeah. Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Obviously, there's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And the Philosopher's Stone. That's my, I believe that's that's the 3rd copy. So I want to talk about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for this bout. My first copy used to work. I completed it when I was younger. I beat Voldemort and all that stuff. And then randomly stopped working. So then I got a second game, which worked only up to the Flying Key segment, then randomly stopped. The 3rd copy works perfectly, apart from it sometimes jumps the music. So, yeah. Right, next up, Digimon Digital Card Battle. Another one of the games that you guys could pick as my next Let's Play. Very good card game. Probably one of my all-time favorite card games. It's fun. I wish they did a sequel of it, but they obviously didn't. They just tried to incorporate as much as they could into Digimon World. Let's move this to one side. Next up is Beyblade. Alright, this is a recent Let's Play, obviously, I just did. And I've got to say, I got some copyright crap for it because of the intro. Thanks, Bandai. Is it Bandai? No, Atari. Thanks, Atari. Dicks. You also made E.T. Ugh. Right, Digimon Rumble Arena. Long time ago I let's played this. Twice. The one with Agumon kicking things. Right, Action Bass. That's another one. I didn't actually use my copy of Action Bass because at that time I didn't have a Hopage, so I used an emulator, which is probably why it was lagging a lot. Red Rumble Boxing, obviously, probably one of my more popular Let's Plays, and all I can say is the sequel's in the works. The sequel is in the works. Right, there's Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. No one else on about earlier about a Dragon Ball, a Let's Play of a Dragon Ball game. This is the one. And that'll be coming out probably in a month or so. Cool Waters 4, a sort of the fight night of, like, snowboarding games, whatever. It's not bad. J Cocoon, alright, here we go. My all-time favourite game, J Cocoon. Love this game. It's brilliant, it's a masterpiece in my opinion, but no one else thinks so. So, yeah, poor J Cocoon. Never got the recognition it deserved. And last but not least, International Track and Field 1, which I did as an Easter special a long time ago. Screw you, Curtin. And obviously, International Track and Field 2, with slight extras and stuff like that. Right, now we're moving on to Xbox games. And there's a fair amount here, I believe. Not as much as the PlayStation or the PlayStation 2, but still a fair amount. First up, one of my newer purchases, Digimon All-Star Rumble. Sort of like a slight adventure of Digimon Rumble Arena. From what I've seen of it, it's not too bad. You know, it could have been better, but it could have been worse, I guess. Right, now, a lot of these games that I probably would have never played. This is one of them. Infinite Discovery. Got it on holiday in Bournemouth in last month. Haven't played it yet. Might give it a go at some point. That's the same with Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands, and Great Battles Medieval. Oh my god, no! Right. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. I bought this myself because I wanted to know if the game is that bad. But I have not brought myself to play it yet. Post comment down below if this game's shit. Because it looks brilliant, but from what I've heard, it's so horrible, it's unbelievable. Right, Mass Effect 3, I was sort of roped into getting this one by a few mates. Just so we could obviously play online and stuff like that. I have played about, I think, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of the story mode. Turn the game off. I've played a lot more multiplayer than I have story mode. Just like a certain GTA over there as well. Right, Football Manager, so I'm still getting Football Manager games even at this point. Right, Street Fighter 4. Alright, so, yeah. I've played this. I've completed it. Will I do a Let's Play of it? Possibly. But yeah, obviously, it's Street Fighter 4. It's Street Fighter. What do you expect? Right, next. Shadowrun. Not Shadowrun Returns. Nope, this is just Shadowrun. Haven't played this game yet, but if it's like Shadowrun Returns, and that's a fair enough game, this might be good. Also, sorry for my voice or whatever. I've been talking for about the last half hour, so on a bad throat already. That's going to make things really bad. Right, Fable 2. Got a fair amount through this. Not too much, but yeah, not too bad of a game. I like Fable 2. Mini Ninjas. Played about 10 minutes of it. Got stuck. Meh. Command & Conquer 3. Tiberium Wars. The problem with the Command & Conquer game, as I can see, is it's very complex. I play, obviously, the original Command & Conquer. So, yeah, very complex to me. I'll have to get used to it. Right, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Not a bad game, but, well, I can't stab villagers without getting caught. Ugh. Realism in games. Why is it so real sometimes? Right, Dragon's Dogma. Hey, April Fool Parkour Man, pretty much. I don't mind it. A lot of people say it's like a poor man's Skyrim. I guess you could say that. But I do like Dragon's Dogma, and to be honest, it's got one of the most kicking intro soundtracks I've ever heard. So, yeah. Right. Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. Crappy pun. You play as an owl, pretty much. Yeah, an actual owl. Right. Now, here's a game that I was... Well, it's not too bad, but I was slightly disappointed. Golden Axe, Beast Rider. Now, I am an old school gamer. I have played the Golden Axe series. 1, 2, and 3. This doesn't stack up, I'm afraid. Not to the nostalgia of Golden Axe, I'm afraid. Aha! Now my Ultimate Collection for the Mega Drive. No Sonic Genesis. What we got on here? Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, and 3. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. Echo the Dolphin. Shining Force. There's Shining Force. There you go. Golden Axe. 1, 2, and 3. Sonic and Knuckles. Fantasy Star 2, 3, and 4. Alex Kidd. Shinobi 3. Yeah. Loads of good titles. And Kid Chameleon as well. Right. I finally gave in to my inner evil and bought Grand Theft Auto 5 when I was on holiday last month. Mostly because I'm not the biggest fan of GTA at all, but the multiplayer seems very in-depth. You could do a lot of things in it, so thought I'd give it a go. I gotta say, I like it. I do like it. I randomly, to be honest, just going around punching people and trying to find the beach or something. I don't know. I just like going to seasides and stuff. So yeah, think of it as holiday simulator for me. Right, now we're going to get into more games I haven't played yet. Dante's Inferno, got it on holiday, haven't played it yet. Brutal Legend, again, got it on holiday, haven't played it yet. Saints Row the Third, got it on holiday, haven't played it yet. Probably will at some point though. Right, here, if there's a game, actually, what year was this game made? 2013, alright, this is probably the latest game I've ever Let's Played. Yes, I have Let's Played Injustice Gods Among Us. The reason it wasn't in the vote is because I actually finished my Let's Play of it around New Year. So, I actually got this at Christmas, and I played it a lot. I like it. I like Injustice. I think it's a good game. However, people are probably going to hate the fact when they see the Let's Play that all I'm really doing is button mashing, spamming shit. Sorry, true Injustice players. Right. Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. Very similar to sort of Command & Conquer 3. It's very complex. I don't know. We'll see. Right. This game. Absolutely brilliant. XCOM Enemy Unknown for the Xbox 360. Came out in 2012, I believe. Yeah. It's a very good game. I really enjoyed Let's Playing this. Yeah. Very good game. Like it a lot. Again, that's also one of the choices you can choose for me to Let's Play, or for me to upload, technically, if you look at it this way. So, yeah. Also, by the way, Pajamas of Epic Awesome, because they're red and blue. Alright, this is my last wrestling game I bought, WWE 12, so you can tell how far I am away now. Right, Sonic Generations, I haven't actually played much of it after the video I did for my 200 subscribers, I believe, and at the moment we're on 215. So, yeah, it's, wonder what I'm going to do for 225. I don't know, we'll see, Alright, Soul Calibur 5. Again, a Let's Play of this? Could be possible. I could make, like, a character and put him through the Soul Calibur game. It could be fun. Why not? My first Assassin's Creed game. Black Flag. Actually, no, wait. This is the second. My second one. My first is actually still there. But yeah, it's Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. You play a pirate guy, or a guy that wants to be a pirate. Dun dun dun! Sonic 06! I now own Sonic 06. I got it for Christmas. And now I actually own the game. Recycling? Yes, I think we need to recycle this bloody game. It's not good, it's annoying, it's horrible. Music's good, but that's the only thing that saves it, to be honest. Still makes it better than Sonic Genesis, though. Just. Right. FIFA 12. This is, I believe, my last sort of football-based game. Again, I was roped into buying this by people I used to know who I'm not friends with anymore. Yeah. Right, I'm going to say something now about FIFA. About the FIFA series and stuff like that. Because, in my opinion, FIFA is the most overrated game out there at the moment. I don't see the appeal of it. It's pretty much the same as the FIFAs from 2004, only with different people in it. And slightly enhanced graphics and all that stuff. And the most overrated thing in video games overall is Ultimate Team. Come at me, bro. So, when people ask me, is there a specific type of, like famous videos that, that you don't like seeing, like, 12 million of? A lot of people would say Minecraft, a lot of people would say GTA, a lot of people say Call of Duty. With mine, it's FIFA games. Specifically Ultimate Teams. It's like, oh god, another guy has made a channel with a face cam where he goes crazy at getting a gold card, which he spent his own actual money to buy. Oh look, and now he's broken his chair because he lost a wager. Seriously, KSI is funny and entertaining. W2S in the hands. Ugh, my god. Anyway, ranting aside. Oh. Well, thank you. Right. Here's my first Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed 3. Reason I got this. I actually own a Desmond Miles sort of hoodie. So I thought, well, might as well buy the game as well to go with it. Hey. Right. Two Worlds. Bought this. It's an okay game. Haven't really played much of it. But obviously, I've bought a fair amount of games in the last few months. So sort of I play them for about an hour, see what happens, then probably never play them again. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Looks like your basic sort of adventure game. Right, Shadows of the Damned. Technically, it's an adventure game, but it has a big shooter element. It's okay, I guess. Yeah, it's got a Mexican with a gun. What's not to like, I guess? Right, and the last of the Xbox games, Sacred 2. Alright, so got this for Christmas, and, well, it's like Sacred 3. Oh, look. But, yeah, it's like Sacred 3, so, yeah, not too bad. Right, so, before we go to the next one, I just want to talk about some, yeah, by the way, yeah. I want to just talk about these ones over here. Now, these are actually my brother's games, but he doesn't live here anymore. And I guess I at least have a slight lease over them at the moment. So we've got more football games, pretty much. Challenge Manager Quiz, Hornsby Millionaire for the PlayStation 1. Might give that a go at some point. Street Fighter, is that VX Plus or something? I don't know. I can't see it from here. Football Manager, Pro Manager, ISS 2, or Pro Evolution, I guess, Pro Evolution 1. Driver! Right, so, yeah, here's Driver, which I recently just Let's Played. Formula 1 2001, Football Manager 2000, World Championship Snooker, so more snooker games. Alex Ferguson, Player Manager 2002, and Swenger and Eriksson, World Manager. So, a fair amount of games there, but most of them are football related, so yeah, just more games pretty much. Anyway, Back to those. Right, so next on the list, let's go for the PlayStation 3 games. They're easy to do. So, first off, the newest game I got, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4. I do not own Skyrim, but I do own Oblivion now, so yeah. The Castlevania Collection, we have, we got Lords of the Shadow, well, both Lords of the Shadow, so yeah. Lords of the Shadow Collection Edition, nice. A penny! Get over there. Boy, that's an old bank card, so it doesn't work anymore. Ha! Bulletstorm! A shooter, but a very fun one. I'm not the biggest fan of shooters at all, I don't do very well at them, but if you add an extra element to it, then why not? Soul Calibur 4 on the PlayStation 3. Why? Darth freaking Vader! That's why. Sacred 3. Played this for a while. Good game, actually. A lot like Sacred 2. Which is exactly what I said about Sacred 2. Alright. Civilization Revolution. I like this game, actually. But I could never get past those bloody Japanese. No, seriously. The Japanese come along and just... They're like, oh, yeah, we're taking this. And I'm like, no, you're not. And then they take it. And I cry in a corner in a fetal position. Right, Dragon Age 2. Played this for a bit. Don't really like it very much, to be honest. The graphics for its age are very bad. When was it made? 2011. The graphics are very bad, very choppy, not fluid. It's not. I don't think it's very good, to be honest. Farming Simulator. You can have a farm, including American environment and new vehicles. So, there's going to be burgers everywhere. Sorry to all my fans out there in America. Most of you are, actually, so, yeah. Just had to get out of the way. In response to that, just to make it even again, I am now going to go and drown my sorrows in tea. Bloody hell. Yeah, it doesn't work very well, to be honest. Never mind. I can't even do a forced British accent. Well, forced. Moving on to Nintendo. Let's kick off with... Well, I've only got like 4 Wii games, so you might as well go to that. Deal or No Deal, the banker is back. Deal or No Deal game. So, yeah, based off the show. Destroy All Humans 3, Big Willie Unleashed. Greatest tagline for a game ever. But yeah, this is officially Destroy All Humans 3. So I own 1, 2, and 3. The only one I'm missing is Path of the Furon. Destroy Humans 4. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now, I've got something to talk about this. In the chronology, this, I believe, is Fire Emblem 10, I believe. I've already Let's Played 7. I've Let's Played 8, which was Sacred Stones. Then there's obviously 9, which is Path of Radiance. And then Fire Emblem 10, Radiant Dawn. This game cost me a fair amount to buy. It's very expensive. I believe it was like 50 quid to buy this game. So, yeah, played a bit of it. It looks quite good, actually, so we'll probably give it a big go at some point. And last but not least, it's over here, so it's definitely being played at the moment. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure. You can run into things, and it's hilarious. Also, you can run into things, and it's hilarious. Just run into everything, charge into everything, it's funny. Right, moving on to GameCube games. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Also known as Fire Emblem 9, and is technically the chronological, well, the sequel, the chronological, whatever. The next game after Fire Emblem 8, which was Sacred Stones. So, this will be the next Fire Emblem game I will Let's Play. Then that one, probably. This game, very rare. It cost me, this actual copy, cost me £63. A lot of bloody money to spend on a game. You know, there's only one problem with it, though. Now. Let me have a check at this. Let's have a look. Oh, no! Great! So this game is for sale, rental, and use only in the USA, Canada, Mexico, and Latin America. It's an NTSC, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which means it doesn't work on my Nintendo Wii. Bugger. So do you know what I did? Do you know what I did to combat that problem? I got another one! This one, luckily, is actually the European version. But, yeah. This one cost me even more. £112 this was. This is the most expensive game I own. And it's probably the rarest I own as well. So, not only do I own one Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, I own two of the buggers. Anyway, so, moving on. Spider-Man for the GameCube. I've got far into it. It's not bad a game. I might do a Let's Play of it at some point. No, I haven't played it for a while, though, so, yeah. Next up, we got WWE Day of Reckoning, so more wrestling games. 2002 FIFA World Cup, so more football games. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for the GameCube. I actually like this game. So, yeah, I like the game. I like the crypt and the fact that you have to play the game so much to sort of unlock other stuff. I like that. It's a good game. I like it. It's... In no way would I say it's the greatest Mortal Kombat game ever, but I actually like it. I think it's good. Now we're getting to the good ones. Pokemon Colosseum. Oh yes. Who thought that I didn't own this game? Well, you're wrong. I do. Pokemon Colosseum, really good game. Have completed it. We'll probably Let's Play at some point. We'll see. Probably will, knowing me. This is my copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee. So, yeah, that's my copy of it. Great game, as we all know by now. Here's my GameCube copy of Shadow the Hedgehog. Mario Kart Double Dash. Okay, now this actually used to belong to a friend of mine who's no longer a friend anymore. And we were sort of doing swap borrows at the time, you know, sort of like, oh, I'll let you borrow this game if I borrow one of yours. So I actually let him borrow, what was it? I think it was WWE Day of Reckoning 2. So, yeah, I think I got a good trade out of that, to be honest. Ha! Speaking of WWE, Crush Hour! Horrible, horrible game. It's terrible. It's pretty much like Twisted Metal and Carmageddon, but with WWE wrestlers. Not very good. Right! Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. So, this is my first Legend of Zelda game I got. And it came free with Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time disc does not work because my brother stood on it in a fight. Thanks for that. Here's my copy of Pokemon Channel. Here's my copy of Pokemon Channel, so there it is. Oh yeah, by the way. There is the current defending Nut Wars champion, the Bull's Bollocks. He's still there, technically. And last but not least, WrestleMania 18 for the GameCube. Right, moving on. Game Boy Advance next. Right, so here we are. First off, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. Basic, really. This actually has Premier Manager 2004 on it, I believe. Or 2003. This is Premier Manager 2004. FIFA 2004. With a weird 8-bit version or 16-bit version of really old songs. Monopoly. Wario Land 4. Road Wars Advanced... is that Advanced? Yeah, Advanced Destruction. And Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. This copy doesn't work. It did at one point, but it doesn't anymore, sadly. Now, this is not my full library of Game Boy Advance games. I do own a few others, but they're upstairs at the moment. It's things like Fire Emblem, Pokemon, Leaf Green, and a few others. Right, next up, what a lot of people have been waiting for, the Game Boys and Game Boy Colors. Pokemon Red. This is Pokemon Yellow, until my mate borrowed it, and I have no clue where he put the sticker. Thanks, mate. You might appreciate this by a good few pounds. Pokemon Gold. Pokemon... That's not Pokemon. Super Mario Land. That's Pokemon Blue. Pokemon Trading Card Game. And Wario Land 3. Right, so we're going from the table now, and we're going over here to more games. So, let's kick off with PC. I don't own many PC games. If I get any PC games, I usually get them off Steam. So, yeah. Anyway, first up, Steel Soldiers, also known as Z Steel Soldiers, the sequel to Z, or Z. Nah, it doesn't work, sadly, so, yeah. Sonic 3D Flicky's Island. Ugh, it's okay, I guess. It's not very good, but it's better than Sonic Genesis. Total Club Manager 2003, Pro Manager 2010, doesn't work. Royal Wars Extreme Destruction, had a lot of fun on this game back when I was younger. Yeah. Battle Forge, I don't think it works. It didn't work on my old computer. I'm gonna check to see if it works on my new computer, whatever, because I really like the look of this game. It looks like a sort of, like, combining, like, Magic the Gathering with Fire Emblem. And when you put things like that together, you get epic stuff. So, yeah, when was this game made? 2009. Alright, well, I think I'll probably check to see if it works. I'll probably do that after this recording, actually. And Football Manager 2006. So those are all my PC games. And now moving on to the big finale. The, Mega Drive and Master System games I own. Oh, by the way, there's also Pokemon White up there. Yeah, my DS collection, I don't have them down here. I believe they're upstairs, I think. Anyway, we kick off with this. What does it have in it? It's got nothing in it. Good start. We have Asterix for the Master System. When was this made? 1991. Good game, actually. I like it. It's very fun. Castle of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse, made in 1990. Now, I believe this game got a HD remake, I think, a few years ago. Now, it's quite good, to be honest. But yeah, nice side-scroller. Zenon 2. I think I did this for 100 subscribers a few years ago. Never very good at it, though. My first FIFA game? FIFA 95. It's okay. You can actually legitimately push people in the game, so that's always fun. You can just push them. Rugby World Cup 95, with the weirdest looking picture on the front ever. I know. World Soccer! I've actually done a Let's Play of this. It's probably one of the oldest games I've ever Let's Played, which, if you do not count the Atari games, made in 1987. Here's my copy of the original Sonic the Hedgehog. I do own one, so, yep, there it is. And there's Sonic 2, by the way. So, hooray for that. Next up is the Flintstones. Obviously, I recently Let's Played that, so that's there. Another cricket game, Brian Lara Cricket 96. Another blank case. Feels like it's got something in it, though. Ooh, I wonder what it is, I wonder what it is. Da 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 da. My all-time favourite Sonic game, Sonic for the Sega Master System. Beautiful game this is. Next up is a 3-in-1. This has Alien Storm, Super Thunderblade, and Super Monaco Grand Prix on it, so good selection of games, actually. Once again, here's my copy of Eternal Champions. So, yeah. You thought Mortal Kombat 3 was enough? We'll check out Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Right, and here's my copy of Super Fantasy Zone, and that's a dead moth. That proves how often I play these. And my final two are games I've already Let's Played. World Class Leaderboard, long time ago. And my most recent full LP, NFL Sports Talk Football 93. So, yeah, that is my collection of video games. Long bloody video. I think this video is probably going to be about 45 minutes long. So, yeah, that's my collection of video games for you. That's not even all of them. I still have some 3DS and DS games, like, for example, Fire Emblem Awakening and both Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, that's just a small peek into the variety of games that I own. I hope you've enjoyed this long video, and I hope that you've been interested for as long as you have been. Anyway, until next time, I'm Masterath, and I'm going to rest my voice finally. See you then!